Is record from the Samsung Galaxy A10e using Dolby On, and I will upload this to YouTube and just see how it turns out. So I'm actually using Dolby On. It's using the mic on the actual device. Dolby On's pretty damn impressive. I don't know if you guys have played with it. It's on iOS, it's on Android. It does a really good job, especially if you wear headphones to simulate the room. So like when you put headphones on and listen to me here, you'll probably hear the echo of the room I'm in, because I'm in a tall ceiling room here with like 8-foot ceilings and hardwood floor, so shit echoes everywhere. But it should be pretty cool to listen to. So I wanted to give a full description and a quick review of how I'm feeling about this Galaxy 10e. So it's a 5.5 inch screen, as I stated in my first video. It does have one camera on the back, and it's a very small, like, light phone. It kind of reminds me in a way of the iPhone 3GS back in the day. It's super light. It's very comfortable in the hand. It's glossy on the back, so I do notice that it's a pretty big magnet to just anything. So like you put it on a table, or you maybe have like condensation on your hand. It just gets grimy after a minute, which I don't particularly like. But overall, though, for $70 on eBay, I got a steal. It does come with voice assistant on the device and talkback. One note, I did not and was not able to get accessibility enabled on my own. I had to use Ira on my iPhone to tell me where the button was for accessibility. On initial startup, it's on the bottom right. I went in there and I had to then turn on screenreader. And then I had another weird issue the first time I was setting it up, where the screenreader, as I was typing, just randomly said screenreader off, and I couldn't turn it back on. So I had to do another reset of the phone and have Ira help me get it back on. So I don't know if Samsung watches these or whatever, but hopefully that can be fixed. I don't know if that was just a weird glitch, but it seems like even when resetting to factory settings, the power button plus volume up is not working as intended. So I would like to see an improvement on that across the board. When I had my Note 9, to be fair, it did work. So I'm not sure if it's just this like series of phone, or maybe like once you go past it, just regardless, the first time factory reset really isn't abiding by that shortcut. So, but I never had a problem with my Note 9 on it, but on this one, definitely, I never was able to do it on my own. So something is prohibiting that. I do have the Verizon variant, but I also talked to a friend of mine who has a unlocked variant, I believe, and he had the same issue. So I'm not sure why that's being blocked. As far as overall use, I mean, I'm using Apple Music. It does have a 3.5 headphone jack, which I like. It's also USB-C. And no removable battery. It does have an SD card slot. It supports up to, I believe, 64 gig SD card. I got the 32 gig variant just because I don't plan on storing a lot of stuff on here. Like, just to give you an idea, space, I have probably 30 apps or so, and I'm at 18 gigs left. So it does get eaten up pretty heavily. Verizon installs a bunch of crap by default. You can go remove most of it. The UI is 1.1, and the Android version is 9. I believe this is supposed to get 10, but I'm not 100% sure on that. It says the A10 is supposed to, which is actually the bigger variant of this. So I don't know about the a10e though, so it'll be interesting to watch. I know the a71 just got it recently, so we'll see if that filters down next week or the week after or 3 months from now. The overall speed of the phone is really good. There's a little lag like in Apple Music, like if I click on an album to show the playlist, songs, it's maybe a tad bit slow. But it doesn't bother me. For $70, I think it meets my expectations. The speaker, if you're listening to audio through it, is a little tinny. I wouldn't recommend it, honestly. I think you can, most people nowadays have a Bluetooth speaker of some sort where they can use another device to play off of. But I do really, with this device, I miss having a headphone jack on the iPhone. I have one on my iPad mini. I really like, I like using it. Reason being is, with Bluetooth headphones, let's be honest, I mean, multi-point is a thing that they offer. I mean, the pair I'm wearing right now, these Master & Dynamics have multi-point. In fact, they're probably one of the better multi-point headphones I have. The Bose 700 I have really suck at it, quite frankly, and they're just not great. The multi-point could be better just as a whole. I find that what oftentimes happens is you get a notification, you're watching a video, it just takes a second to come back. Sometimes it gets stuck on that till the phone locks and you're just missing a lot of stuff. I just feel like the user at the end of the day doesn't have a lot of control on multi-point audio. So one thing I like to do is just take these headphones, plug them in, and I don't have to pair anything, I don't have to do anything, it's just plug and play. I really like that. And I think until Dolby or somebody comes out with a spec for Bluetooth where you can send and receive multiple channels of audio, we're going to have these issues. Bluetooth was never really designed to carry audio in the first place. Why it's the standard and why we don't have something better is actually beyond me at this point, especially when companies are calling for death of the headphone jack. You really shouldn't kill something until you have a really good standard to replace it. But that's another topic for another time. The phone is really nice, though. I mean, honestly, I do really like it. I mean, I'm still not like convinced I want to spend high money for a Samsung device or for an Android device at this point. But I'm enjoying using this phone. I've had it. We're going on 2 weeks now. I've lost track of time with the quarantine, but. I found myself picking it up and playing with it more. I'm recording something off the iPad right now for archiving purposes. My iPhone's doing something else, and so I'm left with this device, and it's not really a bad experience at all. I find that even some perks are on this low-end phone, such as Dolby sound. So I don't think it's as good as the Note 9's Dolby Atmos sound, but it's not bad. I think the Note 9 had a better DAC, and you just got better spatial separation. I noticed with this DAC, I don't know, it doesn't wow me like the Note did, but I don't expect the world for a $150 phone. But overall, I hope you guys like this review. And I kind of hit a little bit more on the specs than I did the last time. This phone, one more quick thing, only has 2 gig of RAM. And it amazes me because the Note 9 I had 6 gig of RAM, I believe. And I was constantly having to go into the damn RAM manager and closing things and telling Samsung to stop doing this and that to get 2 or 3 gig of RAM back. The phone would kind of get slow, would get hot. This phone runs cool as a cucumber, so to speak. And it's just a much better experience. I guess Samsung optimizes things a little bit better. And by the way, one of the issues I've complained about for Samsung for 2 years seems to be fixed. I did not realize it, but I ran my mouth a little bit to Samsung on Twitter, and then I actually tried it and regretted, being a jerk. But the the email program, I've complained that you could not edit your text. That is now fixed. On this phone it's working. Now I don't know if that's the case across the board, but on this phone I'm actually able to go and edit mistakes that I make through dictation or just in general. So I'm really happy about that because that was a big glare. Because I actually, believe it or not, out of all the email clients, I like Samsung Email the best. I think it's like so well done. It reminds me a lot of Apple Mail, and I like Gmail, but Gmail tries to categorize things, and I don't, maybe I just haven't dug into options, but I just don't see a way to knock some of that stuff off. So I kind of like email for that just kind of easygoing email, and I was happy to see they fixed that bug. So we're gonna upload this, see how it turns out. This is all done on the Galaxy A10e. I hope you guys have a great time and are enjoying yourselves, and stay safe.